So you're thinking about making a move to Murrieta, California? Well, in this video, we're going to take you on a Google Map tour of Murrieta, California, show you some of the highlights of the city, where the schools are. We're going to talk about the crime rate. We're going to talk about the housing market and what to expect in certain areas. And let's get started right now. All right, so here we got the Google map open, and as you can see here, Google is showing this boundary of Murrieta right here. In actuality, Murrieta runs out a lot further out this way, so you're going to go up into La Cresta area, and this isn't 100% accurate, but pretty darn close, and then also up into this area. A little. So part of this is Menifee. You know, down in here you're looking at Murrieta. I think this area out here is going to be county, the county lines, and this is actual, you know, proper Murrieta proper. If you kind of look, and you know, again, also if you zoom in over here, this area right in here. There's a housing tract goes right up to Clinton Keith Road, so you know Murrieta's into this area too. So you know the map's, you know, pretty close for the actual city limits. Real quick, if this is your first time to the channel, subscribe and tap the notification bell so that you'll be the first to know about the real estate market in Southern California. My name is Steve Batiste, and I'm the broker owner of Next Home West Realty, and we get calls, emails, and texts every single day from people just like you looking to make their move into Southern California. So if that's you, don't be shy. Give me a call, send me a text, or shoot me an email. I'd love to help you make a smooth transition into the area. So Murrieta has a population of 111,000, probably about 112,000 people. Median home price is $458,000, which I'm going to say that's kind of low right now. You know, the housing market is still going up in Murrieta, so if you're looking for a decent house, you're going to probably be around, you know, in the 600,000 range and up. If you're looking up into the La Cresta area, the houses are going to be more expensive. So this area over here and up into La Cresta is what we consider West Murrieta. This is 92562 zip code. This is going to be Central Murrieta, and then you have over here East Murrieta, or like French Valley area over in this area. I know it's a big mess on the map right now, but you know, you get the picture. So over in French Valley, there's an airport over in this area too. Let's go over here. There's French Valley Airport right here. So there's a lot of newer homes back in this area. The county has their courthouses and stuff are down off of Ald Road. Now they're actually back over in this area, over in here. So right over here. And there's a lot of nice, you know, there's some freestanding condominiums down in here that are you know, really nice, and you can get a good deal on them usually, pretty good price. Now let's go into the actual housing market and kind of look at what the prices look like. If you go into, you know, like I said, up into La Cresta area, you're looking at, you know, at least $1 million for a home up here. Some of these places up here, like this one, is $249,000. Is probably, yeah, it's probably just land. There is an HOA up here, but it's very minimal. You know, but you can find some really nice homes up in this area. So, I mean, you see like this home right here for, you know, 2.975 in Orange County. It'd run you at least $5 million, I would say, depending on where it was. If you're, first of all, you're not going to find anything like this down by the beach, but if it were by the beach, you're ridiculous prices. So that's one of the appeals that people have or one of the things that appeals to people about Murrieta. It's a really safe neighborhood, great schools, like some of the top schools in Riverside County. Again, really safe. Murrieta used to be ranked #1 safest city in California and number 30 in the nation. So a lot of people, move to this area because it's, you don't have a whole, I know there is a homeless issue in all of California, but in Murrieta, Temecula area, it's not as bad as some places. So let's go over here now. Now, when you're looking down in here, this is Old Town Murrieta. So your town square is right over here. So this is where City Hall is located. Let me go ahead and draw that out. Just kind of put a little thing around it. You can see that right there. You have a Mulligan's Family Fun Center, which is, like a putt-putt golf right next to it. But if you go down in here, some of these homes off of, let's zoom in a little bit further. So this one right here is $540,000. This is going to be a condo. It's a pretty nice newer condo over here. These are right across from the high school, is going to be right here too. So Murrieta Valley High School is up in this area right here. I'm sorry, wrong area. So Murrieta Valley High School is going to be right across from that condo, right in this area. And then Thompson Middle School is right here. So this is if you're in West Murrieta in this area, you have all your schools are going to be like really close. So you get Murrieta Valley High School, Thompson Middle School, and then let me zoom back out a little bit. I can go over here and we can find Murrieta Elementary School, which is right here, right there. Let me zoom out. We can get I'll show you where all three of them are. Let's zoom back out. So Murrieta Elementary, Murrieta Valley High School, Thompson Middle School. So if you're living in this area right here, your children have a pretty short commute to schools. Now let's take a look a little further out. So up in this area over here, and this is a really nice part of Murrieta to live in. So if you're looking up in this off of Calle de Oso Oro, this road runs from Washington to Clinton Keith. A lot of people will go, you'll either go down Washington to Palomar to hit the freeway when you're going to work, or if you live up in this area, you're pretty easy access. Clinton Keith Road's kind of a busy road, but even up in here you can find homes. This one's $699. Kind of take a look at that. Nice place. Let me close that out. And then right up in this area, you're also going to have what a lot of people want to go to this elementary school. They want their kids there. Coal Canyon was rated #1 elementary school in Riverside County at one time. It's a really good school. So that pretty much, sums up West Murrieta. I mean, there's not a whole lot of shopping in the area other than there's a Ralph's down here on this corner right in here. If you're up in this area of Murrieta, there's actually a Stater Brothers in Wildomar, which is basically right over in this area of Wildomar. So Stater Brothers. So as far as shopping goes, if you're in West Murrieta, these are going to be your closest places to go. So Stater Brothers or down here to Ralph's. And there's there's a Starbucks. But not a whole lot of shopping as far as like grocery stores in this area. They did open up a Amazon Fresh, which is a supermarket. If you haven't been there, it's kind of weird. You walk in and you can pick stuff off the shelf and put it in your basket, and on the way out you scan your Amazon app and it charges you for everything. And I've tried to trick the system before, like I'll reach up and grab 2 limes and it knows how many. I don't know how it works, but somehow it knows exactly what I'm picking up, which is kind of bizarre. But the Amazon Fresh is going to be right over in, right over in this area right here. Let me make sure I'm in the right. Yep, actually I'm too far over. So Amazon Fresh supermarket is going to be right more like Central Murrieta. And then when you're over in this area, this whole area right here is, you have a Sam's Club. You have a lot of shopping in this area too. So you're not far, even in West Murrieta. The reason people like West Murrieta is because it's quiet. It's a more established neighborhood in Murrieta. And because it's established, the special assessment taxes are almost paid off. So in a lot of cases, they are paid off. There are some newer developments over there. So just be careful when you're buying a new home. You're going to have special assessments on that home, and those special assessments could be, another, 1% on your monthly payment. So just keep that in mind. It's, it could increase your payment a lot more. So just check with your lender and get informed about those special assessments, because it could make quite a bit of a difference on your payment. So right here we have Central Murrieta. Basically goes up here to Clinton Keith and then cuts across this whole area. You got Greer Ranch up here. Greer Ranch is a very nice gated community. It's kind of up in this area. I probably went down too far, but they have security, very clean. The HOA, you want to check with the HOA, because last time I checked, you couldn't really park cars out on the street. Now that could have changed. It's been a minute since I've sold anything in Greer Ranch, but great place to live, and a lot of people like going in there. I mean, it's, you have pools and all kind of amenities that a lot of people are looking for. I'd rather have to a certain point, a community pool is going to cost you a heck of a lot less than a pool in your backyard. So, take a look at Greer Ranch. Homes up in Greer Ranch are going to be, let me get back to this map. So if you're looking up in Greer Ranch, sorry about that. Let me get my bearings straight. For some reason I can't. There we go. So Greer Ranch, you're looking at, I think the lowest price one up here is $829 for a single family home. You see some little icons on the map that say $229. Those are more than likely land. But as you can see, these homes in Greer Ranch for $829, it's a pretty good size home. This one's 2,900 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, but it's a great community, a nice place to live. And then you can see let's see, we have another one up here for $849. Really nice homes up here, really nice area. Okay, so now when you're up in Greer Ranch, what they just opened a Costco over in, let's see, where is it? Costco is going to be over in this area right here. Actually, hello, there it is on the map. Right in this area, and it's a huge Costco. They've got a ton of gas pumps, and in California, you're going to want to go to Costco to get your gas, because anywhere else is going to be expensive, or more expensive, I should say. Gas in California is pretty expensive as it is, but having this Costco here really helps out a lot. The other Costco in the area is going to be down in Temecula, which is going to be a drive. So you're looking at right around in this area down here is going to be the other Costco. So a lot of people in the parking lot at that Costco is really cramped. So a lot of people used to drive all the way down there and sit in lines for, to get their gas or, to go inside. It was a nightmare to park. The new Costco up in Murrieta, I know I sound old, but it's like a dream. You're actually, it's a lot more parking. There's a lot more gas pumps. It's just it's a brand new Costco, brand new, nice. So over here you have East Murrieta, and this is like Northeast Murrieta. A lot of these areas up in here, you're gonna have probably I went too far, but up in this area right up in here, a lot of those they're in the process of switching school districts down to Murrieta school districts, but a lot of those are going to Menifee school district at the time. So if you go too far north, you're going to go into Menifee. The schools in Menifee, while they're not rated very high, it's because they're a newer school system, but it's still, they're really good schools. And I know a lot of people that have sent their kids to school there and they love it. So either way you look at it, but there is a high school right down here on the corner right here of by Clinton Keith. So let me clear that up again. I'll kind of zoom in so you can see it. So there's Vista Murrieta High School is right here. Great school. It's has a great program for athletic programs, and there's a lot in this area. Like I was showing you in West Murrieta, where there's not a lot of shopping. Over here, you've got this whole huge complex right here that they just opened up. You have shopping down, down in this area, down in here, In-N-Out. You got to go to In-N-Out. You got to have one close by. I think this is the closest one to East Murrieta, and then there's another one that's going to be in Temecula. So, if you're going to buy a house, because it's got to be near the In-N-Out, you're going to want to be over here. But if you're buying a house because it's close to In-N-Out, then you might have issues. But hey, you do you. Do what you think is best. Over here in now down in here in this area of Murrieta, I'm going to kind of draw a map around it. But so this area is also really nice. A little bit older area too of East Murrieta. Special assessments are not going to be high over here. You're actually right. You're close to Temecula, so this is the Temecula line, and then you have Chaparral High School right here. So even though you're living right across in this area, and you live close to that high school, that's not going to be your high school, and you'll drive by it every day and wonder why. It's because the way the city's set up. So they put that high school there. It's like the northern part of Temecula. You can get inter-district transfers in Riverside County or in this area fairly easy. They used to be during COVID, you could pretty much go wherever you wanted to go. There are charter schools in the area. Springs Charter School is a really good school, and it's basically you just apply to go there, and it's like the classrooms are a lot smaller, different education system. Some of the high school, well, actually all the high schools in Murrieta are huge. They're really big schools, but then they have huge sports programs, a lot of things for the kids to do afterwards. So depending on what you want to do with your kids or how where you want to send them to school, you might want to check out Springs Charter School, just as an option, just to see what they have to offer. In this area, I'm going to go back to housing down here. So if you're down in here, I think it's showing some rentals in here too, but you know, this is in a nice little subdivision, gated community. This one's going for $650, single story. Pretty nice house. Looks like it has solar on it. This one is actually 1,862 square feet. So, you know, a lot of people looking for single story homes. That's a good price on that one. And then if you're living down in this area too, or you know, pretty much anywhere, there's a huge shopping mall. So if you go straight down Murrieta, this whole area is going to be your the Promenade Mall. So it's a really big mall. They have an Apple store. They have pretty much anything you need in that area. And then, of course, you're really close to wine country. So wine country is going to be pretty much out in this area, right out in here. Let me draw a map for you. So wine country is going to be like this area out in here. There's a ton of wineries. If you haven't been to Temecula wineries, you got to go check it out. Even if you don't drink, just go out there. Some of the best restaurants are in the wineries. You also have really, really good restaurants in Old Town Temecula, which is not too far away. The difference between Temecula and Murrieta, you're probably looking at minimum $50,000 more for your house in Temecula than Murrieta, and you know some of the tract homes in Temecula are actually pushing $1 million right now, whereas in Murrieta you're still safe under $1 million. There are some in Murrieta. If you go up into Bear Creek, which is also over in this area right here. This is Bear Creek. Yeah, you're into $1 million homes over there. But again, that Bear Creek's got a golf course, really, really nice community to live in, gated community. It's probably one of the nicer communities in Murrieta, but it also comes with a cost. There's, the HOAs are high. If you want to know what they are, just give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'll get that information for you. But Bear Creek is a really nice place to be too. And if you're moving in from Orange County or San Diego County, you'll find the houses in here are going to be a lot more affordable than Orange County or San Diego or LA area, and you're going to get a heck of a lot more house for your money out in Murrieta in general. So now let's talk about the what healthcare looks like in the city. I'll show you right here. You have while it's not in Murrieta, this is Inland Valley Hospital, which is a level 1 trauma center, it's actually in Wildomar, but it's right outside of Murrieta. It's really close. You're also going to have up here in this area, let me zoom in for you. You have a Kaiser right here, and down here you have Loma Linda. Where's it at? Okay, that's funny. It's not even shown on the map, but Loma Linda Hospital is down in this area. Actually, it's right here on this corner. So let me put there we go. I'll put the satellite on there. You can see it. So this is Loma Linda Medical Center in Murrieta, and this is going to be Kaiser up here. And then if you go down to like Central Murrieta in this area, you're going to have Rancho Springs right in here. So there's Rancho Springs Hospital right here, and they are they're kind of redoing part of that right now. It's upgrading the hospitals. But there's 3 hospitals right in this area, and then there's also another one, Temecula Valley Hospital, which is down off of Temecula Parkway. So you're really close to a lot of medical. If you're in the medical field, this is a place to be for sure. There's a lot of medical offices and hospitals right in this area. You also have Menifee Valley Hospital. So you're pretty close to medical or healthcare everywhere you go around here. Also, let me also show you, as long as we're over in this area, Murrieta is also home to the largest CarMax in the country. If you can kind of see that's huge. Like, it's huge. They have like a used car center right here where for dealers. So they'll bring cars in from different CarMaxes around the region, and they'll bring them into this building right here, like refurb, overhaul, do some work on them, whatever. So they have a lot of mechanics working in there, and then they'll put them back out for resale, or they'll sell them at auction, or dealers can come in and buy those cars from them. So, but I mean, look at the size of this place; it's huge. And of course, you got your Walmart right here. This is the only Walmart in Murrieta. The other one is down off of Temecula Parkway. It's a good bit of ways from here. But again, in this area, this is also West Murrieta. It's a little bit further south than where I was showing you earlier. But this whole area in here, south of Mulligan's, this is the Mulligan's I was showing you earlier. But this whole area right here is, shopping centers. Best Buy. I'm getting crazy with my marker here, but you get the idea. So Best Buy, Home Depot. There's a Lowe's down right here in this area, over in here. So plenty. You're gonna anything you need, you can find it right away. You don't have to go far. Murrieta has pretty much everything. And again, on this map, you can kind of see right over here is what I was talking about earlier. This is Amazon Fresh. There's a Ross over here. There's a lot of shopping in this area too. And then Sam's Club. You got a lot of stuff going on down here as well. So pretty, you're not gonna be in need of any kind of shopping. This is a very well established community. You have Murrieta right here. To the north of it, you have Wildomar. Over in this area, you have Menifee, which is a very fast growing city. A lot of shopping, a lot of homes out in this area. And then to the south, you have Temecula. Now, if you're driving from Temecula to, if you're driving from Murrieta to San Diego, I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. So, you can get to San Diego in about an hour from Murrieta, and to Los Angeles, if we just put in Los Angeles, you're looking at an hour and 15 minutes. Now, granted, certain times of the day, that drive to LA could take you 3 hours, and the one to San Diego could take you 2 hours. You're just going to have to time it out. There are a lot of toll roads in the area. If it's too bad, just jump on the toll road, pay the toll, and save the time. It's because that trip can be a nightmare. If you're trying to drop someone off at the airport and you're in Murrieta, a lot of times if they fly into LAX, it's going to be a lot cheaper than if they're flying into San Diego, but flying into San Diego is going to save you some time and some hassle because, I've been to LAX where it took me 30 minutes from where I would start to go. There's a tunnel right going into LAX. When you hit that tunnel, you could be sitting in traffic. So just keep that in mind. There's other airports in the area. French Valley Airport, unfortunately, is not big enough to have, flights coming in from all over the country. But if you have smaller planes, they can actually fly into there, which can be a plus. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the weather in Murrieta. So if you look at, right now it's actually right now it's actually about almost 9 p.m. So if the weather out here is 81 degrees during the day. If we do a 10-day forecast, if you do a 10-day forecast, you're looking at highs in the hundreds this week. So it'll be 102 and then a low of 74. The difference with Murrieta and the weather out there, if you're living on the coast, if you're actually on the coast, you're probably going to be about 20 degrees cooler than you are if you're in Murrieta. So the weather, it gets from 20 degrees, and then if you're in, if you go in, from the coast, maybe, 5-10 miles, you're going to go up another 10 degrees. But once you get out into, Temecula, Murrieta area, it can get really hot. So you have to consider that when you're, for your electric bills and stuff like that, because, you're going to want to run the air conditioner a lot more in that area for sure, 100%. During the year, it does get down into the 30s at night, but during the day, you're probably looking at an average of about 75 degrees all year round. But during the summer months, I've seen it get up to 115 degrees. The other thing that you need to consider in Murrieta, Temecula area, we have what we call the fire season. There's a lot of brush in the area, and sometimes that brush catches on fire. According to one of my clients who was he was a captain with the Murrieta Fire Department, he said that they've never lost a structure due to the wildfire in Murrieta. The fire departments, they're used to it. They usually get them out pretty quick. Every few years, you'll have a fire and it'll go on for days. Yeah, probably maybe even a week or longer, depending on. We had one a couple of years ago that was really bad. But in general, it's not something that you're gonna, that you should be too concerned about. They do you do have to have a fire safety check done on your house before it goes on the market. So the fire department actually goes out and they do an inspection around the house to make sure that you want to keep the brush back away from the house. But when you're in subdivisions, you don't have too much to worry about. If you're up in La Cresta, that's a different story. Up in La Cresta, the fires have gotten really bad. Up on the Santa Rosa Plateau, that whole area was pretty much burnt down. But again, no structures were lost at the time, so it's not too big of a concern. So if you guys have questions about that, just give me a call or shoot me a text, or you can actually put a comment in the comments below, and I'll answer any of your questions. One more thing on Murrieta. If you look at the crime rate now, we're on niche.com, and the crime rate says C+. Again, they take into account all crimes, so petty theft, assault, stuff like that. Murrieta, again, is a very safe city. I would definitely, before you move into any city, anywhere in the country, you want to check the crime statistics for the area, check them from several different places. But you'll find that Murrieta is, actually one of the safest cities to live in. And it's, when you're walking around out in town, or you're walking around your neighborhood, you really feel very safe. And when you go into the grocery stores, you don't have people harassing you. It's a lot different than living in certain parts of California. It's a pretty safe feeling city overall. So that's it for my map tour of Murrieta. If you have any questions, just shoot me a comment down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you think, you'd like me to discuss anything else about the city or any of the cities that you're interested in California, go ahead and put a comment below, shoot me a text, send me an email, give me a call, and I would love to help you make a smooth move into the area. Until next time, thanks for watching.